This is Hannibal and Piper here, the official mascot of the Hannibal TV, coming at you with a daily wrestling news update. Piper, by the way, is doing better, but is still recovering from her heart issue, which hopefully we'll get to the bottom of soon. Tony Khan confirmed on a media call today that he let William Regal out of his AEW contract. I guess it ended at the end of the year, but there was an option for AEW to pick it up for an additional year. But Khan confirmed that Regal requested for AEW not to pick up the additional year, and he was granted the request. According to Slam Wrestling, one of the reasons William Regal is heading back to WWE is, like some of the veterans have also said in WWE, a lot of the talent in the locker room there doesn't listen to advice or guidance from the veterans of the company. Raw did a 0.41 rating on Monday night and set a record of the lowest ever, or the biggest ever, first to third hour drop. 28% drop from the first to third hour. So people aren't liking what they see, obviously, and are tuning out. Vince Russo, who is paid, I guess, to review Raw every week, did a interview with John Paz that we posted on this channel, where he basically discussed why, in his view, Raw isn't doing well, and it's because, in his view, there's just not enough seasoned wrestlers on the show, and Triple H keeps bringing in more and more of these surprises, which are these NXT wrestlers that nobody cares about. So there's a lot of inexperienced workers on that show. Also in WWE news, Freddie Prinze Jr., who used to work for WWE as a writer, is saying WWE has been piping in a lot of crowd noise lately. And he particularly noticed this on the Survivor Series, but he's noticed it on other broadcasts too. That's no surprise. That's an old trick in wrestling. Apparently, the Usos on Twitter said, quote, a lot of sassy ass tag teams out there, hashtag we're the ones, end quote. Basically, for teams complaining that, I guess because they're related to The Rock, hence the bloodline, they're getting this massive push despite one of them getting a couple DUIs, which would have regular person fired from the company. But you know what? The Rock is a big movie star, and they want him back. So of course they're going to push his quote unquote bloodline. But I agree that it's incredibly stale. As far also for The Rock, I guess he didn't win any People's Choice Awards last night, despite being nominated for a bunch of them. And Joe Rogan has gone on the record urging The Rock to come clean about his steroid use. I don't think you can ever expect that to happen. Yes, a lot of people in Hollywood use steroids, and using steroids, which you can only imagine The Rock is on some sort of hormone therapy because he's bigger now in his 50s than he ever was in WWE. If you look at his body when he was in his quote unquote prime in his mid to late 20s, his body is actually nothing compared to what it is now. But he wouldn't come clean about it, but it's worked out well for him. He's making millions and millions of dollars, and I'm sure he has the highest quality stuff out there and is monitored by the doctors. So in his case, it's worked out very well for him. My document with the rest of the news isn't opening up. Hold on here. Steve Corino's son is apparently going to be joining the WWE. Apparently, William Regal's son is also on WWE contract. Second generation wrestlers, of course, get those opportunities. Valerie Loretta, the former Bellator fighter's name in WWE is going to be Lola Vice. No Gimmicks guy, otherwise known as Jack Kilby, the executive vice president of Great North Wrestling. This is former UFC stars Kamal Shalros and Scott Nance are going to be on the Old School Shooters podcast tonight at 8 p.m. And also coming up on the Old School Shooters podcast is going to be Kenny Bolin, former best friend of Jim Cornette. And the other guy is Ted Hart, apparently. So that'll be his first interview since the Ted Hart documentary has come out. And some people said, oh, that's going to kill his career. I don't think he's had a match since 2019. So if anything, it exposed him to more people. But as far as his wrestling career at 42 years old, the way WWE and AEW are right now with how corporate they are, I don't see them ever touching him. But he could still make a name for himself on the independent scene. But we'll see when if and when he does have other matches. I think he has some bookings in January. If his body is still able to do the moves he was known for. So anyways, those are some upcoming shoot interviews. Check them out in the coming weeks. Of course, last Sunday on the GNW podcast was Angel Medina, and this Sunday at 8 p.m. it's going to be Gary Wolf from ECW as well. So have a good afternoon.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos,